I'm holding court, it's standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I was down? I'm holding court, it's standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I was down? They ain't believe in me in the beginning, but wanna hang around now they see me winning. I'm holding court, it's standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I was down?
What's up, world? It's your boy Big Court from the Holdin Court podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by none other than my brother, Master P, Rap Snacks. Available in all stores nationwide. Actually, this is my favorite one right here, Master P Icons, Rap Snacks. Go pick them up now.
So speaking of money, once you start selling records, bruh, and you can keep it 100 with me, I'm your brother, you know what I'm saying? Once you got some money, what'd you do? What was the first thing that you got? How'd you ball out? Coming from the projects, coming from Richmond.
I had a big heart, so I just bought a whole bunch of dumb stuff, right? So I was just like, but I also bought dumb stuff for other people too. So if you was around me, every day for like 3 or 4 months straight, I woke up and went to the mall every day. So if you was with me, I literally woke up and bought you something every day. Like I had 5, 6 people around me. Yeah. Rolex for you, diamond ring for you, diamond. Like, oh, here go car. Like I was doing stuff like that because I didn't understand the value of money. Right. I'm not saying I had a whole bunch of money, but I'm saying that whatever I got, I figured I was gonna get it for a long time. Right. But I also was, I would say, it was more of an emptiness, because you don't really know who your friends is when you got money, right? You don't know what girls there for you, whatever, when you got money. So you just. And you got money, so they're gonna tell you stuff that you want to hear. Right. So, oh man, you know. So they knocking at my door. They know I'm going to the mall when it's 10 o'clock. They at the door. Yeah. I'm just gonna buy you something. I'm gonna walk through the mall, tennis shoes, everybody. We're gonna Foot Locker, everybody get it. And that was just my consistent thing. So, what I think I did, I done dumb stuff like, remember buying a Ferrari.
You got that spaceship.
I got the spaceship. I did. No, I did. I really did. No, I did. I got it. And the crazy part about it is, I got it, and I got 2 of them, the same color, make, and model. It was crazy. Like they talked me into buying 2 of them, and when I looked up, the whole year had went by because I was on the road so much. The cars one had 240 miles on it, and the other one had 118 miles on it. These 2 Ferrari, these like yeah. So I dropped the cash on it, and it had those kind. So it's just dumb stuff that I think that. I was just doing stupid stuff like that.
So was that you or was that bro? Was that P that misplaced the car or left it at the airport?
Me.
That was you?
It was me. I was doing stupid.
Yeah. Was it a Rolls Royce or something? Or was it a Benz that you forgot at which airport? Or
I forgot 2 of them, man. I forgot. I had this decked out either Cali truck or Lincoln. And I left it there for so long that they just auctioned it off or towed it and auctioned off. And I didn't realize until I got a letter saying, oh, this is...
You forgot all, so you get into the money that much to
not
where
really,
you
not really.
No, you have to be, because if you buy a car and you go to the airport and you forget you parked that bitch and you just go on about your life like I just forgot the new car you get into it.
I was saying, yeah, I was getting to it a little bit, but I was more like I didn't have the conscious sense of what it meant because I was so talented that I would always get money. Like I would say. Like what I don't know, it was one song. I think it was. You remember like "Express Yourself"? The song I did, "Express Yourself." I'm expressing with my full capability, right?
Oh, you talking about NWA?
Yeah. So I remade it.
Sure.
I remade it. They gave me 150 for that. Just like boom, 150,000 for that. Yeah. And like other stuff. I mean, I think I was doing stuff with Cameron. Yeah. I was on tour. Like it was crazy. And I wouldn't say I was balling out. I could have probably got a lot more money. Yeah. But the money part was just there. So if I got $100,000, you know, you'd be like, oh, now you'd be like, oh, I was gonna buy investment property, right?
Right.
But back then I was like, oh, it's $100,000. Oh, you got 5 for you, 5 for you, 5 for you, 5 for you. Get off my face, I'm about to get some rest. Yeah. So it was that type of mentality. Yeah. And so what I was doing was I was always doing something. So I would always just have the money coming in. It would be like another 100 right here, then 50, then 70. So, and I would kind of do it almost weekly, like. And it would be like it's just money. Like
You know what? When you get into it, you do that because I
Yeah.
did the same thing. Like it was nothing for my old lady to be washing my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And I leave $7, $8, $10,000 in my pocket.
question,
And
no
would
question.
literally forget about it. And she would be like, she would tell me. And I
Yeah.
remember she said one time she had told one of her girlfriends that. I would leave money like that and would weeks forget about it. And her friend would be like, "You don't take it?" And she'd be like, "Take it. Like I'm stealing from myself." You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get into it and you getting it that fast, but we don't come from an environment where financial literacy is a thing. You
Facts,
know what I'm
big facts,
saying?
big facts.
We because anybody could get to some money, but learning how to keep it and being fiscally responsible is a whole nother science within itself.
Well, you got to think too that we definitely don't have financial literacy.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's our first time doing it, so you're on the fly with it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I feel like the young people, they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna really understand it until it's probably,
Till it's too late, till it's gone.
if it's not too late, they could come back out of it, but they're gonna say what we said. Like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we doing pretty good, but them little couple meals we blew away. We
Yeah.
could have bought a couple, like he said,
Yeah.
bought a couple studios and
Yeah.
and so. But to me, I don't really think about it much because mentally, that's how it was meant to be. So I feel like I'm glad that I probably didn't have as much as I should have had, probably, meaning that whatever it was I got, I was gonna. Probably was gonna spend a little bit of it. I could have made better decisions. Cause you gotta think about this. Now, yeah, I can't debate what I could have had, should have had, but you have enough. If you're from the hood and
Yeah.
you can make a couple million,
Yeah, for sure.
you should be good for real life, right?
sure.
Like now we can make a couple million work and we be like,
yeah.
So, I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't really worry about it because I'm so in tune to now.
Yeah.
I rarely even think about the money part because it's a lot, but if you make more now, you just make more now.
We at a different space now too. I mean, you understand money. Like a lot of times, to be honest with you, at this stage of the game for me, I don't even chase money. Money's like a shadow. You chase it, you'll never catch it. You have to, when you work onto a purpose and you just do what you love, the money will come. You know what I mean? So I learned that as well. Anytime I tried to do something for money and just was, I failed at it. Because I really didn't take the time to learn it and master it to get to the money. Because chasing money really only applies in the street because that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people invest in stuff that you love. Get involved with stuff that you love. Because you'll take the time out to do it and do it correctly. What was the most? So you say the two Ferraris was probably your biggest splurge?
Now I bought so much jewelry. And I just lost a lot of it.
You lost it or you lost it?
I don't even know if I lost it. I think having wrong people around you too, they just pick it up.
Damn.
They when you sleep, they take it. I mean, what you gonna do about it? So it was a lot of that stuff. It was just like, now I'm way more receptive of it. I understand it. But then I really didn't trip. Even some stuff I would do, I'll be like doing my album. I really felt like I was good. So I didn't even do tours. I was just in a whole box where I wasn't like nobody else. And so I'll just give money away just to get out of my face. Like, because I kind of started knowing that people was fake around me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, whatever. I had friends around me that was stealing. I knew they were stealing. I was like, whatever. So, so I don't know. That's kind of like was my thing. I did splurge an awfully lot. And
So, okay, so those were your splurges. What were some of the responsible things, if any, that you felt like you did? Like, can you look back and say, damn, that was solid. I did that. And I that was a solid move, or I'm still reaping that.
I got a couple things. Yep, I got a couple things. It was some people I gave money to too. It was a lawyer of mine too that really did me a solid, because I was blowing through a bunch of money, and what they did was they just kept some money on the side. So they knew what I was doing because they seen the numbers coming through, and they were just like, "Oh, I'm gonna just put this aside."
They didn't tell you.
They didn't tell me about it until I was like, just running through it, and it slowed down just a tad bit, and it was like, I was like, yeah, I could use another $500,000 or $2 million, whatever, like that type of thing, right? And it was like, they let me suffer a little bit, like, oh, what I'm gonna do, and then it was like, oh, we got this, but they helped me out with a plan of action too. So they were like, oh, you're gonna get this allowance of $20,000 a month, or so, something like that,
Right.
And they wouldn't let me touch it, and that was the deal but it actually worked out good. So I left it there, and then I just worked my tail off, so everything else would be good, and then this is like a bonus. So it's probably still going on to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's enough there, and I signed it like that. So
That's dope.
wasn't a big old deal. And to me, like, we hustle, so we I mean, it's money out here to get. Like,
Right.
we just wait. I mean, to me, I just wake up and do whatever I want to do.
I mean, they print money all the time. It's out there. You just got to go get it.
It's nothing to do right now. To me, I feel like everything that happened is dope to me because I'm here. I don't know what the number is like, right? So the fact that you could pick the time that you want to be happy with the money, right? So here's what I do. I balance it off. I got family, right? So nothing really is more valuable than the family. So I spend 2 or 3 days out the week working. Any day I work 2 days out the week, I'm making the money. So, right? So it ain't nothing I can't do that I can't make money within 2 or 3 days, right? I just feel like that's what I can do with my eyes closed. So now I have a good balance where you got people who care about you, love you, and then you can spend money on people that you care about and love. And then what I do the best is I give to people on good soil, right? So let's say the soil, meaning that's a good person over there. My guy right there's a good person. He just needs 5 racks or whatever, and he could turn his business around. So he's a hustler. I see him do it all the time. He just missing a little bit. So I have no problem with doing it. And then he's going to be successful because I know how he operates. So to me, the balance is, and before COVID, I just hop on the road for a weekend, bring a bag back. Other 5 days, I'm good to go with the fam. So I just found how to be, and then some stuff, you do other stuff where we could bring a bigger bag in.
Right.
And then, but it'll be a little more work. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't.
I can attest to that too, Slim, because I mean, you do me like that.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? You do me like that.
My guy.
Anytime
My
that
guy.
there's something,
Oh my God.
you always call me, hey man, I got something
Yeah.
for you. Hey, I want to make you a part of this.
Yeah.
So you really do throw them out oops like that.
Yeah. But you consistent though, Court. Like you been the same person. Even my bro talk highly about you too. You've been the same person as far as I know you.
Yeah.
It's been like this. So I think when you have people around you like that, you just you gotta salute them, and you gotta extend your hand. You do the same thing. You'll do the same thing to me.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not gonna.
sure.
If I call you, you'd be like whatever. But so I think if you get enough good people around who's go-getters, hungry, good-hearted, because all that other stuff is over. Like, only thing I'm saying is I ain't playing no games with nobody that's going to try to harm us and our family, right? Other than that, we get into the money. I think that's just consistent how I am. I ain't trying to be tough because I ain't tough.
Yeah.
I'm just,
we older, we passed.
But one thing about you ain't never seen nobody going to play them games, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's just as a respect thing. But other than that, we trying to get it and help people out. And that's all I'm on. I ain't really worrying about other stuff. Yeah. That's it.
So, I mean, here it is, as a brand, No Limit is flying high. You know what I mean? U, P, C, I mean, the whole roster. And then, as we know, Bam, you know what I'm saying? Bro, C, you know what I'm saying? C Murder, Corey, he gets hit with the M. You know what I mean? What was that like? Because now you got a brother, deceased, and now you got a brother facing, potential life.
So I started writing this. I started doing this thing called you'll like this. I've been doing it for like the last 3 weeks. So it's called My Brother's Keeper, right? So people don't realize me being the youngest, right? So this all affects me like the most, meaning that I see it all. So you got like my brother got killed. You got C that's in jail, and you got P that's successful. So I got 3 different angles, and I'm balanced though. So I'm right down the middle, right or wrong. I'm right down the middle, and I think that
Never looked at it like that, Slim. That's interesting.
no, it's crazy. And what somebody told me, my boy from Detroit was like, man, you ever, because it's a lot on me because I don't think about nothing else. Like I'm good like as far as everything. So even my bros and them, it's like love them all, but I'm just gonna be me consistently, right? So I could give you 1,000 reasons why I think that C is a good guy. I give you 1,000 reasons why I think that P is a good guy. And rest in peace to my brother Kevin, which is was my A1. Like he would be like, he would hustle to make sure I'm good. But I'm the little brother, so right. So that's, and you know with P the same thing, and C would jump through a roof, same thing. They all would do it for me. So I would do for them the same way. So I hate the fact that sometimes in our personal life, whatever, it becomes public. But everybody really care about each other equally. We might bump heads, so right? So we might say X, Y, Z. I will tell both of them the same thing. If they might not want to hear from me, but I'm like, don't call me if you don't want to hear the truth of nobody, because you guys can either call me or don't call me at all. I'm just gonna be living my life, but I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm out of it. So I'm not technically, but at the same time, because personally, we're on the streets, so of course P might do more for me, but at the same time, C, without needing anything from nobody, right? I think as somebody who's innocent in jail, so it's a big difference from being innocent and from being guilty. So if he was guilty of the crime for real, I'll just go visit him and put some money on his books and be like, yep, see when I see you, my guy, because that's just the standard of how whatever they give you. But the part that hurt the most is innocent, and I think as family sometimes the need trumps everything else. So I don't know if y'all two who's right or wrong, but if you was in jail court for life, I think you trump my need a little bit more,
Right.
Because he's out here got his little studio, whatever.
Right.
But you in there with, and I just feel like I got to balance it off.
Yeah.
I try to balance it off and be honest with all my family. And P get a raw stick of it sometime too, because when you're at the top of it, they don't know they expect you to do everything.
Exactly.
But I think he tries, he wants to.
Yeah.
But just stuff like that. Well, we have that communication. We talk about that. People don't see it, so they don't know what the full dynamics are.
Right. I get accused a lot, especially because of the social media, and even internally. You know what I'm saying? Because it's layers to our family and our thing of defending P a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, as you should.
Yeah, and what it is not necessarily defending him, but he's only a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not God. You know what I mean? Like, he can only do so much, and I think a lot of people hold him to, I feel, they hold him to a unrealistic standard that they can't even hold themselves to. And he's not perfect. I mean, we know that. We'll be the first to say that. That's my brother too, you know what I mean? But I think that sometimes he kind of, like you said, I think he gets, it's a little unfair, you know what I mean? The expectation sometimes.
Well, it's, what it is, it costs to be the boss, right?
That's true. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
It is. Yeah. And so I wouldn't dare go out, even on this show, any show, and even mention either way. So I'm not gonna tell nobody what's right or what's wrong. I'm just gonna tell them directly, because I'll tell C that too. You know what I'm saying? And if I talk to people, whatever. So I feel like, but it's a balance. It's unbalanced, but it's a balance that us gonna have to figure that out, right? So.
And let me clarify too. What I mean by that, I mean by public opinion. I'm not speaking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because as it pertains to really family and Miller, I don't get involved in that.
No,
I'm saying the public.
Yeah, that's your bro. I mean, you gotta think about it. You gotta look at it like y'all grew up together.
Right.
You and Steven grew up together, so you holding. The person down like that, which is that's fair enough. But what I wouldn't let you or nobody do is disrespect anybody with my last name in the public though. So if
Right,
I heard you say,
absolutely.
man, FC, then it's we all bets
Oh,
off.
yeah.
And me and you cool like that, but at the same time, I wouldn't let nobody say nothing about him. Nobody, right? So
right.
my sister, nobody. So I think that as a friend, you could just keep it there.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
oh, I got you, my guy, whatever.
sure.
And that's not disrespectful to C. That's just
No,
like,
no.
because you ain't never say nothing bad about C. You just say everything good
No,
about P,
no,
which is
no.
fair. Which is fair.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
mean,
fair.
because listen, family
Yeah.
hit me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Sidebar, like,
Yeah.
hey, just be cool.
Yeah.
I was like, look,
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to say. I'm
Yeah.
talking public.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to the world,
Yeah.
as y'all are judging this man, back off. You know what I'm saying? Now, internally, oh, hey,
Yeah.
I don't got nothing.
No, that's
to do
fair.
with that.
And that's the thing. That's the reason why we could speak that way, because I'm not gonna say it. So somebody might want to say, I'm not saying nothing, because if I can't tell the whole thing on myself, everybody,
Right.
I'm not gonna say anything, because
Right, for sure.
that's
for
like
sure, for sure.
that's just gonna be more and more few.
And at the end of the day, it's nobody's business. That's the thing that I got kind of frustrated with during that time. Is it's nobody's business. Like, if your last name ain't Miller, shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shut up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because what I felt like was a gatekeeper at that time. Like y'all in a room, talking, having a family discussion, argument, whatever it is, and I'm at the door. Shutting the door behind me and telling everybody else, look, man, y'all go get you some business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even in the room. You know what I mean? Go get you some business. So, but that's the world that we in. Social media. They want the caption.
Yeah,
they want the salaciousness.
But you see, that's why I operate how I operate. I mean, this is probably you, my guy, so we just
Yeah,
talking
for
candy.
sure,
But I don't
for sure.
even say nothing publicly. You see how
Yeah.
I'm under the radar.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
but at the same time, that's kind of like when you put yourself out there, you could expect a lot. So if I say something, I'm gonna expect opinions either way.
Yeah.
I respect them if I say something. That's why I keep it just like this, because you're not gonna know who I care about more, because I don't care about them.
Right.
I care about. Listen, you could have your favorite basketball team. Well, you can have whatever. You can understand that part, but at the same time, the world wouldn't know that. I just feel like at some time, some people need more than others.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that ever comes out like that, then that's fair, and that's fair game. But I just pray for my bro C, because he's innocent.
For sure.
And I don't know I don't know like I mean, I've been there, so I don't really wish that on anybody.
For
So
sure.
if I could do this, if I could just get him out and he can get free tomorrow, right? I would fade into the bliss. You ain't even gotta call me. You too, none of y'all ain't gotta call me. No, we good.
Yeah.
And I wish best for both of y'all, right? That's kind of like, that's more important to me, that both of my brothers are successful.
Right.
My sister's successful. My grandpa, like, if y'all could do that, I'll be good, because I'm gonna go make what I gotta make. I do it all the time. You know how I do it all the time. So I ain't asking none of them for, even though I could go to either one.
Yeah.
And they'll give me straight off their back. But if you guys are all right, so my whole thing is, P's a hustler, he's gonna be all right, whatever. C is locked up doing a L with no parole. That right there, until that
Yeah.
get up out of there,
Yeah.
that's just gonna be heavy on our heart no
Yeah,
matter
for
what,
sure,
right? So
for sure.
I just feel like if we could just get that, and then if C be like, any kind of way, we love you, I love you, whatever, you ain't even gotta call me. Because once you get out of that, that's like, okay, that's a burden right there. Cool, live your life, have fun. We get together, and same with everybody in my whole family.
Yeah.
Nobody ain't gotta really call me like that. I ain't really gotta talk to nobody like that. But I love everybody. But if anybody has like negative or has anything stupid to say or dumb to say, then I'm just living my life. I'm just waking up in the morning, going, having fun, doing what I'm doing, and that's good for me. The only thing ain't good for me is having somebody that's your brother, because it's just it's four of us, and they doing that innocently.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you got or how much money you making, how many jokes you make, whatever. When you think of that, that's gonna trump everything. So anyway, that's
What you
kind.
think the chances are of C getting a fair
I think
shake
I
coming
think
home?
I think eventually gonna get out. I think he's gonna get out because he's innocent. So everybody know who
Yeah,
actually did it, right?
right.
So
Right.
I think that somebody just got to fight for him consistently, and you see that the world is evolving on accountability. They purposely put him in there for that reason because they get away with so much. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, when I was growing up,
It was careers made off of
oh
this
no,
case.
no question. And let me tell you what's crazy part about it is when I was growing up, I'll be with my boys, whatever, right? And then my dude would be like, boom, they got him, took him off the street, say he did something, blah, 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 30 years, Angola, boom, right? And I was like, this is crazy. This is a good dude. I know he didn't do it, but maybe he did. Maybe one day he just flipped out and did it, right? I found out all of my friends were just snatched up to fill Angola up to work for the next 30 years, right?
Wow.
And you think that, and I don't want to talk about this too much, but what's happening with the police and stuff like that, you think that just happened? No, it just the phones just got a little bit more clear. They got
Right,
we
right.
got the big
Got
phones
better
now,
footage,
and you
yeah.
got camera, you got everything,
Yeah.
the Ring doorbells, stuff
Yeah,
like
it's
that, right?
being caught now just more often.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, I was like, bam, they killed my boy because they reached for the cop gun. I'm like, why would you do something stupid like that, Ray? You know, like, right? Come to find out, I'm realizing Ray would never do that because he's not like that. But if they say it, then it's
what it
like
is.
it's law,
Yeah.
and nobody's gonna question the books
Right.
unless you have one of these, right?
Right.
So I looked at it, I say, man, you know, the dude I talk about in the Miss My Homie song, that was a real dude. They say he had a scuffle with a police officer and they shot him, boom. And I'm thinking back, I say, man, why would you do something stupid like that? Just lay your butt down and get your handcuffs. And I realized that was just the thing they was doing. They were just doing it back then. And they was getting away with it because it's Louisiana. So,
Right.
right? So, same thing with C. It's like careers was made off of it. Same with Mac, too.
Yeah.
Careers made off of it, right? And, you know, it was just one of those things where he got caught up in it. I'm not going to lie to you that, you know, it's a place where sometimes you have to sit down for a little bit.
Yeah.
I get that part, but what they doing to him now
Yeah,
is
yeah.
unacceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's sad. I mean, Free C murder, you know,
Absolutely.
I got a chance to, when I first came to No Limit in 95, 96, when we were in Oakland, you know, I got a chance to be around him a little bit, you know what I mean? He was always cool, cordial. I could tell that he was an independent thinker, you know what I'm saying? He stood on his own, you know what I mean? But always was very personable with me, you know what I mean? So yeah, Free C, you know. But transitioning from that, once the music thing took off, you started transitioning to acting. So whose idea was that? Was that bro, or was that something that you just said, hey, you know what? I think I want to do this acting thing.
You know what's funny? It's crazy because I got a lot of calls to the office for acting. Like there was like, I mean, I got, you know, a movie I was supposed to do was Drumline.
Really?
Yeah, but Nick Cannon wasn't even supposed to be in it. I was doing Drumline, and if something happened on the set, but I was like,
For which role? For Nick Cannon?
for Nick Cannon role.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Nick Cannon, yep. Yep. And I was
People
like,
don't, how is that going to happen? People don't realize how tall you are. I mean, you
No,
like,
it was-
what,
it was-
6'6", 6'7"?
I'm 6'5".
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, no, it worked. It was work because they did the on screen thing, whatever, and the person they had for me was it worked. So it just would have been, I had to grow some braids and stuff like that, but something happened where I was getting so much money, I didn't like the way it was kind of going, and I just kind of said, nah, I'm out of here. But they already had casted me pretty much already for it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was you know what's funny? It was Keyshawn Johnson was in there too.
Really?
It was out of me and him. I don't know what that meant, but yeah, but it was me and him. I don't think Nick Cannon was even in it at first. So
Did you audition for it?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I got it. Yep, I got it.
Wow.
And but you know, being from the Cali, or some stuff happened.
You couldn't get with the Hollywood vibe.
It was some stuff that was like a little weird that I didn't like. That I would never stand for, type of thing.
Like
So,
on set or with the business?
a little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? But nothing crazy, but it was just like I operate a little different. So what we did was I got a lot of roles that people want to do for me. I took some. I took that one movie with Ice-T. They paid me a bunch. You might have never seen it before, but we shot it in Russia.
Okay.
And
What's the name of it?
It was called.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's just pull up me and Ice-T. And they paid me like, they paid me that no limit money, so I was good. But the dude shot it, I think, in Czech Republic or something like that. I did a couple of them, and then we decided to do, I think P did Last Don movie, so I was in that. Then we did Hot Boys, so that was crazy. And then
in Hot Boys, you was a lead.
I was a lead, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Your first leading role? I mean, actually having to show up most of the time and do all the dialogue and just the requirements of being an actor, because there's a lot. People think it's all glamorous and shit, but that shit be work.
Corrupt.
Corrupt. Yep.
1999.
Corrupt. So it was good. It was good because they gave me a lot of leeway. I was able to do, I was natural at it though. I was like, once I got past the little shyness of being on camera, it was easy. Like I got it quick. That's why even some movies I do now, like I produce, we actually doing right now. We scheduled to do I start May 6th or something like that. We're gonna do it in North Carolina or whatever. But nah, I'm good at writing. I'm good at writing scripts, and I'm good at producing and directing. So the Momentum Fam, I did that. So that was on Lionsgate. And that superseded what they was talking about. So, but the only thing about films is the timing. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
We go on the road now. We get a nice little bag. 20 minutes we hop off the stage, and so. But when you producing something, it's like, man, you gotta be there. You gotta cast. You gotta direct. And so that's a 6-month process. You know what I'm saying? And you get a nice little check, but. That's a big process, but now I feel like I got the balance where I want to do it more, and they're paying a lot more, of course. So I got a couple cool little deals in place, so it's cool.
Okay, so Silkk the Shocker as a solo artist, you sold what, 10 mil?
About between 9 and 11 million, something like that.
Wow. Wow, and that's only between what, maybe 4 albums?
Like 5 albums.
5 albums?
5 albums, yeah. Like 4 or 5, yeah.
Wow, that's dope. So. As I said before, I mean, the irony of Silkk the Shocker, I mean, you birthed a lot of these new guys, you know what I'm saying? Off and on, it's like, how they do. They love you at first. They set you up to they love you, then they ridicule you, you know what I mean? So for so many years, you got some people love it. Some people would always say Silkk off beat, Silkk rap funny. He do this and do that, and now that's like a whole phenomenon. So now you had Blueface, which everybody said they was like, man, that's Silkk. Shout out to Blueface. But now the Detroit sound, that's really just that's Silkk the Shocker. You know what I mean? That rapping ahead of the beat and doing that. That's so. I mean, what do you think about that with the new cats? As you see that, you like, that's me. You
know what? It's funny because I'm actually okay with it because they actually give me props. Like I think I met T Grizzly, cool people. Blueface really is talented. I know people be like, oh, whatever, but.
I like Blueface. He's charismatic. He brings that. He's
good in a sense. And you know what people don't realize, even with myself, if you go back now, and I was telling you about the guys in Atlanta, if you know music, right? So everybody who got it, if you're not like a person who's just don't really get it. So if you like country music, you're not gonna like it, right? But if you're a real person who knows, like you said, oh, I bumped that Shocker record, right? So you I bumped it, right? So you got it. You was open-minded and like, I see what he's doing. Nobody was like, I'm off beat. No, you was listening off beat. If I was off beat, you listening off beat. If you go back listen right now, you be like, oh wow, he was on. I did it myself. I'm like, played it. So the best part about it is that the artists give me props on it. Like it's like the Migos, it's like French Montana's, like everybody, Gucci Mane, like they all saluted. Like I say, even Cute, was like. Well, baby, I see a lot of him in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, I respect it because ain't nobody been like, oh man, they actually said, man, Shocker, you was doing your thing. We was all fans of it. So to me, it feels good that I don't know about I get the Blueface thing, but I think that's his style. And just like me, he's misunderstood. But if you really listen to him, It's actually really good, and that's
He
how I
is.
was.
I mean, I don't know that he's misunderstood because his numbers reflect.
that's what I'm saying. My
You
numbers
know what
reflect
I
my
mean?
number reflected too.
Yeah,
so, you know what
I
I'm saying?
mean.
I feel like in Northern California at the time though, when you were coming out, the reason that we all listened to it is we were a cut. So the whole world was listening to what's this early '90s, right? So the whole world's listening to Snoop coming off of Dre and and it's a different type of rap. But in Northern California and the people. Like in KC, we always talk about it being sister cities. We were listening to E40. E40 was off
Right.
base.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
we were listening Turf Talk and
Yeah.
his groups
Right.
that he was putting out. They were rapping off beat.
Yeah.
Right.
And so like we had an ear for that already.
gotcha.
Like,
Yeah.
we liked that sound
makes sense.
already as it was coming out.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
And me, being a former rapper, I got it as well. I
Yeah.
mean, because I rap fast, know. And it's funny because I don't know that it's necessarily off beat. It was more technical, like because you got people that do it differently. Like you had E40, but then you had like E40 to me, he kind of went with the pocket of the hi hat. You know what I mean? But then you got Sugar Free, who kind of is somewhat like E40. I think what it was with you when you talk about bars, you would. I think it was because you would stop and go. You know what I mean? Like you may say something on one bar and then pause for a second, then catch it, just say it differently, the staccato of what you were saying on the second bar. So it just wasn't linear. It just wasn't like that. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Then stop, then start here, then jump over here and start. But but it was creative, and I think that was a testament of your genius at the time. You know what I mean?
I did feel that way. At the time, I felt really good. And all my stuff was designed that way, right? So it wasn't like if I stopped and start, it really was designed to stop and start. So people who was listening wrong, that was kind of on them. But if you got it, you understood exactly what it was, and you didn't want me to be like everybody else.
Right.
You wanted me to be.
Yeah, it's a different time. You were supposed to be different.
what did 40 say? I ain't rapping too fast. You just listening too slow.
too slow.
Yeah, so
You know what
I mean?
so you just gotta think like I was just doing me. So okay, I went double plat. I went
Right.
platinum first time, double platinum second time.
Right.
Somebody got it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And
Like
the Shocker had to go at least with damn near gold, because that was before
Yeah.
Priority.
it was wait yeah no
Was that Priority?
I think it was, but
If it was, I mean, it had to at least go gold.
no, it went past gold.
Okay,
It went past
okay.
gold. Like everything I did, I think for the first couple years went like I went Charged the Game, went double platinum, and made man went double platinum, I think. But yeah, but I mean for the most part, yeah, I feel good about it. And it's crazy because like I said, the same people were saying, oh no, they're like, yeah. So rap like that, Silkk. Now they want me to go back and rap like that old Silkk, which is funny. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So.
Now in 2021, I mean, what is Silkk the Shocker up to now? I mean, I know, but for the people, you know what I'm saying? What you got cracking out? Because that's why I want to have you come on the show, bro. Because I tell you all the time, Silkk, they want to hear from you. They want to hear from you. You got to step out the shadows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've always been kind of an enigma. You know what I mean? And people are always curious. And you don't do many interviews, much media. You've always been laid back. But like they say, still waters run deep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So what do you have going on now, like in 2021?
So that's a good question, my guy. So see this thing right here? This is my new water company, which I love.
Okay.
It's the best thing ever. I already got this place in so many places already, but for the most part, films. I got the Vito record coming out now. I got the marketing company, which is like really good. We working on 2 films and 1 doc. Got a couple products, whatever. So the name of the game is have business that you work for, to have business that works for you when you're not working. You know what I'm saying? And so I just try to balance it off. My catch is now that I do whatever I want to do. So and everything I do, for the most part, pretty much successful. Like if I wake up tomorrow, I got a couple things I want to do. And this last 8 months been really good because we was kind of just sticking and moving with it. But I think through this type of time, it allowed me to really flush out the stuff. And since we at home, how you get the money from home?
Yeah.
Which has actually been better for me, So I would say, yeah, like product stuff, man. Like, definitely a few businesses that we launched, whatever. Helping other people. I just opened my own gym, whatever. Little basketball gym.
Dope. Congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, look, coming together pretty good. So I don't know. I just, besides with the fam.
I mean, speaking of basketball,
Yeah.
I mean, your sons are playing basketball. I mean, we see nephew is going to TSU.
Yeah.
You know, Hersey Miller. What's your sons? Because I know they deep off into basketball too. Where they headed?
We working on my oldest son. He got a couple places he might go. Then my youngest son's really pretty good. Yeah, I'm humbly speaking, but you know they way up at the top, whatever. But yeah, Victoria's King, Village, all of them. They just they up there.
Because King is what? He's about 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, you seen, but
Yeah.
about the crazy. Yep, you're going crazy too. So that's it. I mean, like you just balance it off. This next week is gonna be good. We producing a show. It's actually it's good, man. It's good stuff. That's good stuff. So,
Good.
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This been a good last 6-7 months because I was able to be more creative. I got a little more time because you know how we are. We always moving so much. But this kind of slowed everything down because what I used to do was have an event every weekend, right? So that way I'll just go grab some paper and come back home. But this one had me being able to go in the office and just plan more. And everything I planned, it been super dope. Like this stuff right here is already got like almost close to 40 stores.
Oh,
couple
congratulations.
colleges, couple high schools and stuff. So yeah,
Hey, but that's what bro taught us. Product outweighs talent.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's his saying. Product outweighs talent.
But I think okay. But you can have both. You can have both. Like if you have talent and product, then you're really good. So I try to balance it off. But that's true to you. I mean, you got to have product. Because you got to sell something.
Right.
People are either you buyers or sellers. And you got to be both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you selling something, you my dog, I'm buying it.
That's
You selling
what Jody
something, I'm buying
said.
it. Yeah.
That's what Jody said, right?
Yes, sir.
But you
Sell
should
us
buy
a
from me, too. We buy from each other. And
Yeah, we get a case of water.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I got you something. I got you. You know what I'm saying? We sling this water, but yeah, that's it. That's
So when we gonna see? We need a Silkk the Shocker rap snack. Because people ask me about it all the time.
Okay.
We need to know why Silkk ain't on the rap snack. We need that.
Well, you cool with the CEO, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hear bro raise hell.
But you know what? It's funny. The thing about it is, bro, it's kind of like it's all timing. So to me, if that's to happen, that happens. If not, we don't really like with all of us, even yourself included. It's a yes for all of us. If I ask him, I'm sure he'll get it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
But I feel like if it's organic, it'll be there. But if I
Because
told
the
him,
fans ask me. They
I
ask
know.
me all the time.
oh, they sent me a whole like somebody did a mock up and everything. I was gonna post, but I was like, I don't.
Oh, you got the mock up too?
Yeah, I got a mock.
I got the mock up.
You do?
too.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I got
cool.
it too.
Okay, yeah. So I gotta find it on my phone somewhere. But if you
Yeah.
haven't sent it to me,
Yeah.
but somebody, I might think about my own chips, or whatever. But they had a dope little flavor for me. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
What was the flavor?
They had one salt and vinegar. I like that one.
Okay. If
Then
you could do your own flavor, what would it be? If you came up with your own Silkk the Shocker rap snack, what would it be?
I want something simple. What about salt and pepper? Like
Salt and pepper chip?
What you think? What you think?
Really? I mean, I think you should go totally left because I see Uncle P's rice and you should do the whole light bulbs and electrical lines since you the shocker. You know what I mean?
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, come
Flat
on,
screen
kid.
I'm not mad
TV.
at that.
Come on.
He got some money. How much you want? Let's talk about this business.
Come on with it. He said,
We could take on G&E, the electric company.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of smart too because
Extension cords.
Yep.
Anything. They run
like
power.
electric
Wow.
plug.
Wow.
That's really electric plugs.
Hey, we gonna talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sure you don't leave out the sound of
Yeah.
paperwork.
Right.
Trademark, copyright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, he ain't got no paperwork. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think that
Sour candy. Oh, that's shocker.
I was thinking like we have to start. I mean, you got to try to find stuff that he ain't doing because he's doing everything.
Right.
But I think that I think that got into the tech world a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like balancing it out. Because whatever you put your mind into, time into court, it's like, it's gonna work.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
everything I've done like lately, bro, it's been like, boop. But it's also, we know people. Like you say, okay, so if y'all got water here, you could buy the water here. You're gonna buy some water anyway. You know what I'm saying? Miles, court, you're gonna buy some water, come holler at me.
For sure.
But you're gonna buy water. You're
Right.
gonna do it. So I have it. So and then start creating other brands that we use on a daily basis. If it's chairs, whatever, like make our own chair, like you say, make our own light bulbs.
Right.
You're gonna get your phone charger, right? You got a
Yeah,
phone
real
charger, right?
talk.
So let's make some.
I mean, shit, Juvie selling lamps.
Is it?
Yeah, Juvie selling lamps, designer
That's one
lamps.
Juvie?
Yeah,
That might be something we could put.
Yeah.
The lamps, the lightning
he's
bulbs,
selling
those lamps.
No bullshit. Yeah,
I do like the what is the water called?
I'll recharge.
Recharge. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's good too.
I swear I've seen it before because I didn't want to say nothing. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, damn, I done seen it. This
Yeah,
my,
no,
this
it's
my
doing
bro,
good.
and I didn't even know it was his.
It's doing
you
good,
know?
yeah. But how I did it was I made it organic,
Mm-hmm.
and I started with a couple events, and I got a big announcement that I'll tell you off camera, but it took off so fast just by people knowing each other.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody gave me this big this contract. Now the only problem is I got to supply so much water, but I mean, who cares? Like, at the end of the day is I'm getting paid for it, but they want so much initially, so that's gonna be a whole different subject. But yeah, that's it. No, just about us just constantly trying to figure out what put our time into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm gonna ask you one other question. I mean, and this is a question I kind of pose to everybody. So I mean, with the current climate, with the Black Lives Matter and the whole George Floyd thing, where do you stand with that with police reform? And how do you feel about that? What do you think could be done, even if you think it's a problem or it's not? I mean,
You know what? I'm friends with the Floyd family. It's funny because they hit me up a couple of times. We talk just some minor advice, stuff like that. But bigger than that, it's a culture that we in. I think that for the most part, let's not lump everybody together, first of all, right? So let's say we come from the hood, but we ain't all bad, right? So we gonna say cops are not all bad. I know they're not, because I talk to cops. Some of them really want to get it right. Some of them really want to be like, if I see court, how you doing, court? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your tail light broke. Let's talk about it. And then some of them, like, it's just like so much aggression to us.
Right.
And I feel like that those are the problem, because if you're in my parking spot, if I come to you and be like, Mr. Court, can you move your car back a little bit? You'd be like, oh, no, bro, I got you. If I come to you, man, no.
Yeah, right.
And then you're going to be like,
the
so
tone.
I think the tone is like, it's at an all-time crazy. And I talk to good cops, and they be like, so we just trying to make it home to our fam. But I got some that they just instigated. So I think we're going to have to figure out, and either you want to be good or bad, but you can't be both. And so I think with the reform, if we do it this way, because I like what they're doing in Louisville and Minnesota, right? They're going to do an investigation. So that way you get the people out of there, and then you put people in the right spot. Like, okay, instead of me going to your hood court, let me get somebody to come talk to you first, instead of like pulling up with 17 cars, you're like, whatever. Because that's going to make you feel uneasy. Like, I see people get killed just for moving the wrong way or whatever, right? But that's not, listen, let me tell people right now. This is a real fact. I know opposite color of us. I know we was treated bad in the slavery days and all that type of stuff. None of us think about, well, at least nobody I ever met in my life ever thinks about reparation on another color, because what they people did for us back in the days. We all about being treated good now. Okay, let me just tell you this, that people that I know, I'm sure you know the same thing. Nobody of our color is gonna kill a cop. Let's be honest. Like,
Right.
It's
not something
hold
that
up.
we typically do.
Let me tell you something right now, bro. We might do each other,
Yeah,
but we
kill
know
somebody. Yeah, we run from the police.
we ain't about
Yeah.
to mess with a
Yeah.
opposite color than us, because we know what kind of representation
Yeah,
that is.
yeah.
And we ain't about to do nothing to no cops. So the cops could really not be so aggravated about it, because I promise you, ain't nobody driving a car saying, when this cop put me, they ain't gonna do it. Every person I know in this world has never told me, when a cop run up on me, I'm going to do it. So I think we could dial it back. The cops have all the rights. I think if they could just communicate with us,
Right.
I think we'd be like, man, whatever you need, we got it. Because we need cops. We ain't gonna lie. We need good cops to police all the neighborhoods correctly. And I promise you, they'll get all the respect because we know what kind of time come with disrespecting the cop. We know what kind of time come with harming the cop. Nobody I know that, and I've been around a lot of hard hitters. You know what I'm saying? You too.
Yeah, real talk.
None of y'all ain't never said we're gonna try to get a cop. That just ain't communicating that. So I think that, and then if people are different color than us, you don't have to be afraid of us because literally we ain't never thinking about what happened in the past. We looking at how y'all treating us right now. And that's just the fact of it. So I think, I don't know, we have to reform it because I think coming at a different approach than kicking out somebody's door and expecting them to harm you back, they ain't doing it unless you don't knock on the door and tell them, I'm coming in the door.
So it starts with the training. Like for me, it's the training, and it comes down. It's the culture as well, because sometimes like of course we have flat out racism, and then you have implicit bias, right?
Okay.
But then they have this thing that I've learned because I've been gaffled by the police, right?
Yeah.
It's racism, but sometimes it's placism too, meaning stay in your place. It's a power struggle.
That's true. Yeah, that's
a lot of the police, they want to win. They
true.
want to win the argument.
That's
they
true.
want to win the fight. They want to win the ticket. They want to win. So, and that's where the training comes in to where they need to, learn some people skills and learn how to de-escalate. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a man. We're still people. You know what I'm saying? And you're being paid a salary to do a job. Like you aren't God. So, okay, I might be dead ass wrong, but that don't give you, license to come and try to dehumanize me and cause shit escalates. It could be something very simple, but I've been dealt with so heavy-handedly by the police over something simple, right? And to be quite frank, when the police come around me, I don't feel safe. Even at 44, bro. Like when they come around, I automatically feel suspect. I feel like, oh, what? I did something? You know what I mean? I start thinking like, man, let me leave. And it's just because of the experiences, it's always and all cops aren't bad. That I know some of that is in my head because I've been some cool ass cops. Yeah. I remember getting stopped in Hollywood one time. I guess I was in my S550 back when they first came out, and my windows was tinted. Remember my silver one with the strut grill?
It was like 04? 04?
No, it was like 07, 08.
Okay.
And so they
had the thick windows?
Nah, that was a new body with the.
I thought that was a big body.
No, I had that one too. No, I had
Discuss
that one
the big bodies and small.
Okay,
Yeah.
And so, man, they literally stopped me, and they stopped me for the windows. But come to find out, they ran my license, and it was some type of issue with my license came up that I had a warrant from 1984. I mean, I was born in 76, so they knew that was wrong, right? And so, basically, they told me, they was like, we really just wanted to stop you to see who was in the car because the car was nice.
Okay.
And so dude pulled me out the car, and I already knew I was going to jail. I was riding how we ride, what I'm saying. So I called my old lady. I'm like, look, I'm in Hollywood. They probably gonna take me to the Hollywood because I already knew. I know how they got me down bad right now. So dude pulled me out the car. He was like, man, check this out. He was like, man, we could put your car up on the tow, and take it. He's like, man, we ain't gonna do that. He said, under one condition. He said, man, you gotta train us. I said, you want me to train you? He was like, man, I'm trying to lose this weight, bro. He was like, both of us, man, we work out. And then they got to telling me how, if I was a cop, they got to telling me how, yeah, man, we took this Hollywood beat because, man, we ain't trying to be chasing no gangsters and this is easy. And then they get to telling me how chicks love dudes in uniforms.
I got it.
And then telling me, man, you would clean up if you was a cop. I'm telling you, you should, so they end up being cool. They end up being cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've ran into, some that are decent, but the culture needs to shift, you know what I mean? Like, police have to understand that, man, we human.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they'll see a dude that fits the profile with dreads sagging his pants, and just to be honest with you, they always see the criminality. They always equate us to criminality. But it's like, dude, he a bitch in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You just going off a rap video
Yeah.
or something like that. He look like Mozzie, but he a ho. Like, he ain't finna do nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like they don't learn the culture, you know, to take time out to just communicate sometime. And I know the job is difficult, you know what I mean? But, you know, I think that the training needs to be altered, you know, and they need to really concentrate on de-escalating and understand the culture that you're policing. You
Yeah.
know, understand
Yeah.
that just because he got dreads or just
Yeah.
because the swag is that don't always mean that, you know. And I think that they should not draw them guns or shoot that gun unless they being shot at, literally. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say your life is in danger when somebody running from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if a car is driving by you, or what I thought.
Yeah.
I don't think, you need to get another job.
I just think that they have to take a step back. I think that it's too much. I don't know if it's on purpose or it's just the way they approach just us. I don't know, because, but I'm looking at it like the amount of how they approach it.
Yeah.
Right. It's like I've never really seen anything like it before, where it could go from 0
Yeah.
to 60 in like
Yeah.
a millisecond. I'm like, how do you have the justification of something like that? Like, what make, like, either you want to do this and that's your occupation to be like, I'm trying to stir this up and knock one of these people off, whatever, right? Because you can't fear for you're not fearing in your life. That's not anything. Okay, if somebody does something and they run away from you, you're not fearing. I don't think nobody, the way they talk, I don't think nobody pulls somebody over and really fear them like that. I think it's like you say, if you want to win,
Yeah.
and
It's a
you
power
want
struggle.
you want to take this person out the element, and you want to see if I could get away with this, or maybe, because if you was really afraid, you would approach the situation a little bit different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got 4 people around you, you're not no longer. If you got 4 cops around you,
Right.
you're no longer scared of that situation.
But if you're that scared, you wouldn't be doing the job. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
You know, but then think about it. And I don't know, and we don't have to talk about this if you don't want to. But I mean, think about the situation that you had way back in the day in the bank.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Now think about it though, Slim. If you were white, would that had happened? Would they have perceived you like that? You was in there doing real business, but they see your pistol sticking through your through your shirt, and they automatically, oh, he up to some bullshit. But you in there with some 6-figure money. So why am I gonna show up to cash a 6-figure check and rob the bank? Like, that doesn't. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I would say but the perception of us is guilty to proven innocent, and I think that from what I look at it is that we are easier targets to, like I tell you about, none of us in our neighborhood is actually going to think about committing a crime against another color or that cop. So, but why? Because you know the consequence of that. So I think when you got no consequences of, if I take you down, really no cop has ever really been convicted of taking you out, taking somebody out, right? Unless they got video of it, they shot him in the back, and they could totally prove. But ain't nobody convicting a cop
Even then they get, they still get.
Yeah, but ain't nobody about to convict the cop 12-0, right? Like, I mean, like, you're not gonna unanimously convict the cop. Like, it's not just gonna happen unless it's like so much proof like they have now, where they had to like, yo, you're my man next for 9 minutes. Like, okay, that's what it is, right? It's a video saying you was on my man. But if it was a reaction thing, that would never happen. So anyway, I think looking at us as easy target, because if I told you nobody never been convicted of it, you would just be like, so you trying to tell me 14,000 people robbed this particular bank and nobody got caught before? I mean, listen, I like my chances. 14,000 to 0, my chance is good. Give me the money, and then
Give it the money.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the chances is like you could keep doing those chances.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? There's some people in the hood, like coward. It's like, you shouldn't be in there doing this, right? Boom, he's selling. Man, give me this here, boy. Get out of here. Now get out of here. Take it again. He's trying to make a little few extra dollars, but you know that he ain't about that, right? And then all of a sudden He said, today ain't the right day. And you go mess with them today and that be your day. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what's happening now where they starting to see like, I think it's about who's in office. I think who's about like new leadership. Because right now we had a situation right now where it's good and evil, right? So either you want it to be fixed with good or you want to be evil. Like they have people that's going both either way. And this is going to be a tough time for us to say, who's going to win.
Right.
Like it's scary, bro. It's a scary time. And
and speaking and because you said that, I want to highlight this part too. You know what I mean? Because, you know, like you said, we know where we come from, and people having an idea who Silkk the Shocker is, basically through the lyrics, you know, gangster rapper, whatever, you know what I mean? But a lot of people don't know, and I know you to be, and I hope you don't mind me saying that you are really a mild-mannered dude that really has a deep belief in God. Like you really a faith-based dude, you know what I'm saying? And you really don't even curse for real. You know, you really don't cuss like that. You know, where did that change come in? You know what I mean? To where you really just, you know what I mean, got into God like that.
I would just say, I mean, I do cuss when you know, if I'm doing music and stuff like that.
Well, no, I'm saying, in music. I'm talking about just in
your
everyday life.
In general, I don't. It's not necessary. Like I feel like, you know, I'm trying to raise kings. I'm trying to raise people to understand. Like what I do now, I got some stuff. I mean, you talk about it, but realistically, I try to lead by example. So I'm not saying I'm perfect, none of that type of stuff. I'm just telling you, because I was young, I know what loss means, right? I know what it feels like to be lost and nobody understands you. Because like I said, when I was growing up, they literally told me, you can't be in this house because you're not gonna be around long enough. You're gonna be killed or in jail. So that's just like, so I know somebody who's broken, who feels like nobody understands them. They drowning in their pain, whatever it might be, and nobody understands them. So for me, I educated myself. You know, we had stuff that we did, you know, stuff out there we had to deal with. And I know that the opportunity is for us to turn it around. So people like, you know me, I don't even go to clubs unless I'm getting paid for it. Like I ain't really trying to, you know, be out there wilding like that. But that's not because I can't. That's just because I don't really see the purpose in it. And so with God blessing me to, dude, I could have literally not, like my family was correct on that. Like, yeah, listen, statistically, if I was a bet man, I would have bet on what they were saying. I've been like, when I look back, I'm like, yep, y'all had it right. So I wasn't mad at them for saying it because everybody that was in our circle was going to jail, getting killed. So, and I was just as bad as all of them. But that's what I'm saying. But God is, even talking about the bank thing, like I was in super trouble. And I prayed, and I told God that, you know, I'm going to change up if you don't give me these 10. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? So he didn't give it to me. So I'd be, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I fell short, whatever, right? But end of the day, it's like I try to change because I want other people to change. I literally don't believe that young people really want to do that. If I gave them the money and the education, and I'm not saying I'm the end all ends. I know everything. I'm just telling you, I was a dude that was in the streets with the smoke. You know, and you could tell. Sure. And if you ask anybody, you'd be like, "Well, who was the worst one in the family?" They'll tell you, right?
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
It's like so, but then I switched it. That's just the mercy, right? So I switched it up, and I'm here. And how I'm here, I don't know. Listen. My family was correct. Those two things was definitely in my near future, right? But so now I'm like, what can I tell another person that think they really about that life? And another thing, just running around with all these women and stuff like that, having 100 kids and stuff like that. Like, if you're young, you 16, 17, 18 years old, you got 5 kids, stuff like that, 19, whatever, you're going to wake up and be like, damn, that's crazy because that's a big part of my life. So how do you transition from all those different things that now you really want to be a good, because you're going to get about 30 or whatever and be like, man, listen, damn, I messed up on this thing. Lord knows if you do something stupid and they give you that 25 and you only 19 and you got about 20 of them to do, that's gonna be a game changer for you. So what I try to do is literally it's tough to walk the walk and talk the talk.
It is.
So what I try to do is just literally, I don't need to just walk around just curse for no apparent reason.
Right.
I can, but it's not normal dialogue.
Right.
I'm not gonna stop them from doing it. I just try to say, just have a purpose of whatever you're gonna do. So try to learn from maybe, like you say, what you said about the cops. They gotta learn how to de-escalate the problem.
Right.
Listen, it was many times, somebody did something, stepped on my shoes, right? And I'd be like, all right, whatever. Now, me saying that, if I say that, cool, it's like, it's up. So
Yeah.
it's really up, right?
Yeah.
But then I say, and I never seen that person again.
Right.
Because you know me, I had a bad temper, right? So I'm like, it's all the way up. But then I realized all those times that my young people doing it, they on a spur of the moment, and you're not gonna recover from it. So everything, all I'm telling you about, even knowing God, it ain't about being soft. It's just about I'm honoring, appreciating my blessings.
Right.
And my blessings won't allow me to just be doing dumb, stupid stuff. It's like if I ain't teaching people or trying to figure it out, I'm still the same person. But I mean, ain't nobody I ain't really worrying about nobody like that. But I'm trying to literally have somebody look at me so I could tell them, yo, fam, I was up all the way past you were, and it's gonna turn out bad for you.
Yeah.
And they can listen. So, for the most part, that's what I'm on. And I ain't trying to preach to the choir. I'm just telling you.
That's
Yeah.
dope. I mean, the same thing. I say that all the time,
Yeah.
bro. I'm a living, breathing testament that God allows, fools more time to get it right.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So thank God for grace and mercy, you know what I mean? Because I know I ain't supposed to still be here, so I had a whole lot of people praying for me. But, man, I know you got to get out of here, bro. So, but, on this show, bro, I just wanted to give you your flowers, you know what I'm saying, while you still here. I believe in, praising people and really appreciating them, while they're here. So, I mean, you as a talent, you as a brand, you as my friend, as my brother for 20 plus years, you know what I'm saying? I salute you. Always been a fan of you, always will be, I'm a rock with you. We do shit anyway.
Yeah.
You know how we rock. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give you your flowers while you're here.
Appreciate that, my
Appreciate you coming to the show.
Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, my dude.
All right,
Yes, sir.
much love,
Yes,
bro.
sir. All love.
Right on.